And we are live with another edition of All In on St. Mary's Sports, hosted by Gabby Higgins. Tonight, Gabby will be covering St. Mary's boys basketball. Gabby, Happy New Year and welcome back to your first show of 2024.
Yes, Happy New Year. Thank you, and happy to be back for another episode of All In on St. Mary's Sports. Tonight I'm joined by Coach Gascione and two of his basketball players, Luke Gascione and Victor Torres. Hi, Coach, Luke, and Vic. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Hey, Gabby.
How you doing?
Hi, Gab. Super excited. I'm more excited than the boys are to be on the show. Fired up tonight.
Thank you. Okay, to start this off, I'll start with you, Coach Gash. As you are now mid-season, can you share and highlight some key players along with key moments thus far that has made and making the season a good one?
Like I said earlier, Gab, we're 11-2 right now. So, we're off to a good start. Obviously, we had a tough loss the other day to Northern Valley Demarest that we were pretty upset about. But looking at it right now as to where we are, 11-2, good start. We got some really big games coming up. I scheduled a bunch of high-level independents just to kind of measure where we're going to be. Our county tournament is getting seated on Monday, so it'll be interesting to see where we get seated. And we got a lot of basketball still left to play. I told the kids today, when you look at the season and you realize, wow, we're halfway home already. I said in 5-6 weeks, just like that, it's over. So kind of enjoy the moment and take every day and try to get better every single day. But we definitely got a lot of basketball left, and at 11-2 right now, we're happy where we are, but we're not satisfied.
I like that. Now, for both of the players, what does it mean to you to be a part of the St. Mary's basketball program, and what have you learned during your time as a Gale? We'll start with Vic.
It honestly means a lot. I built great friendships and different relationships with a lot of coaches that taught me a lot, helped me get to the next level. It's something that I love to do, and it's a great experience. So that's really it for me.
Okay. Luke.
I say for me, just the change from my freshman year to now, and to see this program develop, and like me and my teammates, like even bringing Vic, like bringing Sam, bringing a couple guys like into the school, into the program. I feel like it was very important, and I'm excited for the remainder of the season.
That's great. Now, I'll follow up with that. When did you both start playing basketball, and what made you start? And I can start with Luke.
For me, the guy in the top right of the corner put the ball in my hands at a young age, and I grew up going to his camp, started going there super young, worked around his camp, and now I work his camp, but yeah, he's the one that put the ball in my hands.
Great. Vic?
For me, it was a little different. I started playing late, like 7th, 8th grade is when I really started to take it serious. Before that, like my family doesn't really come from sports and stuff like that, so it was just something that I just tried on my own, ended up falling in love with it, and I just decided to just keep going.
Great. Now,
Gabby.
Okay. No, it's okay.
Gabby, do you mind? I'm sorry. I just wanted to show we have a Backyard Hoops checking in from YouTube, so I wanted to make sure I threw their comment up. And actually, I'm going to throw in a comment. My counterpart from All In High School Sports, Mr. Kurt Valenti, is giving a shout out to you, Gabby, and welcoming you back, right? And he said, coaching guys. Now, keep in mind, Mr. Kurt Valenti is a former coach at St. Mary's. He was part of the football staff. He said, you guys are a great team and fun to watch. Question for all three of you. Can you explain what it's like to play or coach in a big game at home in the St. Mary gym in front of those great fans? And of course, he ends it with a go Gales.
I'll start. I always tell our kids it's a great environment, especially Friday night. One of our goals every year is to play state home games. I tell them, we got to do everything we can to get a top seed in the state tournament, because when that gym is packed, it's a home advantage. We've won close to 90% of our games at home. The one side of the ceiling being a little bit low and getting all the student body there. It's a great environment to play a high school basketball game, and it's a huge home court advantage. So we're looking to fill that place up. So tell Kurt, he keeps telling me he's coming down, but we expect him to come down, especially if we get those state home games.
Okay, Vic, you guys want to chime in on that?
I'd say for our gym, it's not the biggest, but definitely you get a couple people in there. I'd say it gets pretty loud, and it's always fun to play, especially when the students come out. So
I would say the same thing. Small gym, so it gets packed easy, and I feel like that helps us a lot because we got a small school. So when we get all the students to come to the gym, we definitely get a lot of energy in there, and it gets real fun. So
Now, Coach Gash, with being a very well-known and respected coach and always producing great teams, what are some essential things you preach to your players?
Some of the essential things, I think the one thing that I always like to talk about is just, have energy all the time, right? Have energy on the court, have energy in everything that we do. We practice really, really hard every day. And I think the kids buying into getting after it and practicing every day is a staple. But I also talk a lot about, high school sports being a microcosm of real life. And one of the things that we tell our kids is, be respectful in school, do the right things in school, and it translates, on the court. So it's just being a complete St. Mary's basketball player, someone that people are going to look up to and have good things to say about them. And I think it's important, especially today with a lot of these kids that do look up to us. We actually ran a basketball camp on Martin Luther King Day, and all my players got a chance, an opportunity. Although Vic didn't work because he was sick, but 9 of our guys were there, and it was a great opportunity for our kids just to interact with some of the younger kids that are going to be hopefully future Gales someday.
It's great. It speaks volume on a player when they're a student first. So I like that you preach that. Now, to follow up with that question, how do you help your team bounce back and come back even stronger after a tough loss?
Well, that was the thing. We were facing, like I said, we faced Don Bosco in a real emotional, independent game, and then we had literally 16 hours had to play again, and we lost again. And we talked about losing 2 games in a row. Now refinding a way last night, just getting a win, playing Hasbro Kites and getting back into that winning feeling. Obviously starting the season 10-0. You treat each game like is a separate season. And for us, there's a lot of season left. So, the one thing is from game to game, obviously just respect your opponents and treat every game like it could be your last.
Each day at a time, start to practice.
Yeah.
Now, Vic, with your height alone and what you bring to the table for the team, going into big games, you catch the other team's attention. How do you prepare for games, especially the tougher opponents, knowing you're a main focus?
knowing I'm a main focus, I like to bring the same mentality every game. I just gotta be a dog. I gotta want to eat. So it's kind of like something that I get used to now. Obviously, like since the start of this season compared to last season, it's a big difference. I definitely got a lot better, like a lot of growth. So this year it's a lot different. So I try to just keep every game the same, treat it the same, every opponent, no matter who we're playing, and I try to just keep the same mentality.
Great. So it's all mental. Now, Luke, you lived a surreal moment hitting your 1,000th point of your high school career in the first game this season. Could you tell us a little bit about that moment and what it meant for you and how it felt?
Well, that moment, it was actually kind of crazy. Like the game itself, first half, got in foul trouble, took a couple of shots. I thought, were routine shots. They just didn't go in. But yeah, so going into halftime, I had 0 points. I think I needed, I needed 13 points. And at halftime, I just told myself I was gonna remain patient, let the game come to me, and then, I just took what the defense gave me, and then on the shot. I missed the first one. Vic got the rebound. I said, "Why not shoot it again?" So it was a fun moment, and I'm happy that I got it.
It was actually nice, Gab, but my wife was in my ear because I know Luke needed 13, and I realized at halftime he had 0. So it was like a little frustrating. But at the end of the day, when I said to Luke, "All right, come on, you got to make one shot," I felt like in that third quarter when he finally hit a shot, I said, "All right, here we go." And I wanted him to get that home. Selfishly, being his dad, I did want him to get it at home. So it felt good for me as a dad, forget being a coach, just for him to be able to enjoy that moment and me to be able to enjoy it with him was special.
It's amazing. You tell that moment meant a lot. Now, for everyone, looking ahead, what are some of the goals the rest of the season and heading into the county tournaments, state tournaments, etc.? You can start with Coach Gash.
Like I said, we always want to make a run in the county tournament. We'll find out our seed on Monday. My former athletic director, Dennis Hulse, who was commenting, who would always go out when he was our baseball coach, and he would tell me, you only get better by playing the best. So I take his advice. We scheduled, 6 of the top 10 teams in the state this year, including Ramapo on Sunday. So we have some big games. We have number 5 in the state, Hudson Catholic, in 2 weeks. So we really want to see where we are. Obviously, we want to be competitive in those games with a chance to win down the stretch. And, in the state tournament, you're playing against some of the best teams in the state. So I always tell everybody, if we go home, what a difference, right? So if we can play home, whoever we draw, and we'll go from there. But we got a lot of basketball left.
Yeah. Now, from player perspective, Luke.
I'd say one thing Coach Gash forgot to mention was last year the NJIC tournament is also a big goal of ours, and we came away winning that last year, beating Cresskill and then a solid Elmwood Park team, and just to be able to show that we're at the top of the NJIC again, and then to stand on that and then to go and win that again, I think is also a pretty big goal for us too.
Like Luke said, I'm trying to just go back to back NJIC and then make a run in the Jamboree. Last year we didn't get too far. We definitely could have accomplished more. So this year is more like a revenge tour for me and our teammates. So we're ready to go.
Gabby, we got some comments rolling in. I threw them up. I'll get them up here again. We have I don't want to mispronounce anybody's name. It looks like Dializa Torres. Vic, I'm guessing she's saying go Gales. My favorite player is Vic, number 21. I don't know if you saw this one, Coach Gash, but Kurt's likening you a little Tibbs, a little New York Knicks Tibbs. He's likening you to Coach Thibodeau.
I wish I had his checking account. I wish I had Tim's checking account. I do see another comment from one of our assistants. Our coaches do a great job, and Coach Nitty, Coach Truberger are laughing. They're commenting right now because they're out. I'm doing TV, and they're out scouting Ramapo. So they're making fun of us right now because they're like, we're going to watch Ramapo right now live. They're playing in Wayne for the 5th time. Well, we're going Hollywood over here.
Okay, now before I let you guys go, I always do this little thing at the end where I ask rapid fire questions. The 3 of them are just funny questions. So, first one is, what is the best post-game meal?
Chipotle. I'd say for me, Chipotle.
I'm gonna go Wingstop.
I'm going to go anything Coach Amy, we call her Coach
That's
Amy,
solid.
my wife. Anything my wife makes is the best. Tonight was stir-fry beef with broccoli and rice, and Vic and Luke, they benefit from those meals as well. And a lot of my kids, actually my assistant coaches, before they went to Ramapo, they were fed by Coach Amy. So anything she makes post-game is the best, especially after a win. After an L, I want to eat.
Shout out Coach Amy.
Who is the funniest on the team?
I gotta go Ryan Truberg. Ryan Truberg, great team player, but funny guy, fun to be around, great in practice, great before the games. Love chilling with Ryan.
Yeah, I'll probably have to go Ryan Truberg too. Goofy kid. He gets a lot of laughs out of me. He's a pretty good person, great team player. So yeah, I'll go Ryan.
I got to go assistant coach Tommy Truberg. He makes me
I
laugh.
forgot.
We have staff meetings every day, and today he was dancing. When I walked in the gym, he told me he was fired up. He's bringing energy. So I'd have to go on our staff. It's Coach Truberg, probably funniest guy I know.
Gabby, before you,
It's the True Birds in general.
yeah, Gabby, before you get to your last rapid fire, let me just get these up here. We got Mike Clark checking in saying, such a great program. Coach Gash and his assistants teach these kids the right way. Good luck the rest of the season. And Jocelyn Torres checking in saying, proud of your progress, Vic. Keep moving forward. Wishing you nothing but the best.
Mhm. Okay, my last one is, what is your Dunkin' order?
Good,
Vic
Vic.
should know this
You go
one.
first.
Gabby, you done ordered this for me before. I go iced caramel latte, extra caramel with a bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant. That's my order right there. And if I throw a donut in there, it has to be either strawberry frosted or glazed. Nothing else. So,
Okay.
I like blueberry glaze from Dunkin'. That's my go-to.
I'm going pumpkin coffee, cream only, all day.
all day.
Real nice.
You know how to do it real nice.
Everything I do is real nice. You know that, please.
Real nice.
Coach Gash, Luke, and Vic, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was a pleasure having you, and good luck the rest of your season.
Good luck,
What-
Gabby. You too. I'm looking forward to softball. I heard great things about you, Gab. I'll be
Thank
rooting for you.
you.
I'll be
Thank
rooting
you so
for you.
much. I appreciate it.
Before we go, one last comment from Elijah Weintraub saying, go Gales, beat Ramapo this weekend. I want to echo Gabby's sentiments. Coach, Luke, and Vic, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck you the rest of the way. Hopefully we even get to catch up with you again before the season ends. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you
Thanks.
guys.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
Double thumbs up.